Prime Minister Netanyahu and Zelensky are in Washington, D.C. This is, we talked about this yesterday, uh, earlier yesterday. The fact that two different wars are getting connected with each other. I just wanted to bring it up again to see where you guys think this is heading, and not the long term, but the more immediate direction. So we have the Ukraine-Russia war, and we have the Islamic Republic versus United States and Israel war. And these two wars have always been connected because the people who are fighting Putin are obviously on the same side of the people who are fighting the Islamic Republic. So we're in the same civilizational war, of the army for liberty against the army that is against liberty. So it should be natural for Ukraine and Israel to be cooperating more with each other. And to me, it seems like that it's a shame that it took so long for them to be more directly working with each other. So if you guys, I think most of you know that I'm referring to the Zelensky's attack on the ship that were bringing military equipment, probably drones from Russia to the Islamic Republic through the Caspian Sea, and they publicly announced it, which to me suggests that they want an invitation to this war. Because why would you publicly announce that unless you want them to respond, so that you could then respond back? Or if they don't respond, then you have more reason to be able to hit stuff without getting a response. So the Islamic Republic is now more and more coming out and making statements regarding their plan to hit back against Ukraine, which it seems like is what Ukraine wants anyway. And this has been done with coordination with Prime Minister Netanyahu. Many people from within the Islamic Republic are suggesting that this is Netanyahu's way to bring Europe to this war as well as a whole, not just Ukraine. And they think that the Islamic Republic is falling into a trap. But the problem is that even if it is a trap, if you don't respond, all you're doing is telling Ukraine that you could hit more and you're not going to have a response, right? So it's very interesting to see how this plays out. But a lot of what I have to also admit that a lot of what we consider lack of support of United States for our allies might actually be end up becoming. I know maybe Nets would disagree with this, but might end up exactly what they need the most. Because I think this is, if Zelensky doesn't get what they want from Washington D.C., and if Israel doesn't get what they want from Washington D.C., then Israel might get what they want from Ukraine, and Ukraine might get what they want from Israel. And a lot of these Arab countries have to go to Israel and Ukraine for their security, which might end up being working out well for everybody. It might work out well for United States because they're not just providing free security services to people, and these countries will be spending more of their own GDP on security. And United States is also creating a situation where there's more global cooperation between countries that are on the side of liberty, rather than them all always being reliant on United States. And this lack of reliance might some people like, well, that's bad for United States if you're not relying on United States. No, it actually saves the American taxpayer a lot of money. Also, American weaponry is still the best, even if they want to cooperate with each other. Even if United States doesn't come and provide them free security services, they will still sell them as much as what they want, of the best, weapons that are there in the market. So they still need American weapons, even if United States is not. I mean, they could still have American soldiers if they pay for services, not like an expected, free of charge security service that is always there doing stuff for you for nothing, right? So I think this is basically, a lot of people think like Trump is abandoning Israel, Trump is abandoning Ukraine, Trump is abandoning Taiwan. I honestly don't see it like that. I think Trump has done more for Ukraine compared to many other Democrats. But honestly, I think if they do, the support, it comes in the form of investments and trade rather than charity and donation, which is exactly what you want to do to a country that if you want these countries to have good military and become more self-reliant, that's exactly what you do. So I just see more of this being more of the training wheels coming out. Um, and I think that is a move in the right direction. So yeah, I was just because both Zelensky and Netanyahu were in Washington D.C. I wanted to talk about that and see what you guys have to say. By the way, I forgot again to read the super chats, and now they piled up to 17. So Neil, when we switch topics, if you could remind me next time to read the super chats, I would be that would be great. So next time we do the next before we go to the next topics, we will read super chats. So sorry guys about that. I'll promise we will get to them. But yeah, do we have any twos on this?
So far, no.
Oh,
So
okay.
uh,
No,
I
no,
will comment, because I do think that it is very interesting that all of them are together in Washington. And I wonder if something's going to happen when they're all there, because last time it did.
true. And also, Nilbani, I think your chat is frozen because we had a lot of twos on this. Let me see. I think you should refresh. Let me see if I could get
Okay.
them. Let me write them down. Okay, and guys, if I miss any of them, so I think it was first. Let me, guys, don't speak until I get all of them. I think it was Samantha, then Nets, um, and then we had Jeff. I'm with Jeff. And then after that, let me go down. And then Samantha, Jeff, Nets again, and then Jose. Okay, so you could, Samantha, you could go ahead.
I'm like, my feelings towards Russia right now are similar to how one feels about a hornet's nest. I'm not on the side of the nest of hornets. I wish my thoughts and prayers are with anyone who is fighting off a nest of hornets. I don't want to fight a nest of hornets. I don't want Israel fighting a nest of hornets. I don't want Israel going to war with Russia. I am scared about what this means for Jews in Russia. Like, I know a lot of people who have, like, a lot of Jews who have family in Russia still. I'm very scared and concerned.
Okay, in defense of Hornets, they're just doing what their nature. Okay, I just wanted to defend them. No insult to any Hornets. All right, who's next?
Hi, I apologize for putting two twos in the chat. That the second one was when I heard there weren't any twos.
We will
So
never
please
forgive you for
erase the
this. We
second
will
one.
we will mark this down, and we will always remember this crime.
Damn it, Nick.
So you asked me to respond to what you were saying about Israel and Ukraine doing things for themselves and for each other. And I have to say I'm all for it. So I am a little schizophrenic sometimes in the way I present in these discussions because I'm a natural born U.S. citizen, but my parents were Israeli, and so I have a lot of Israeli viewpoints. I was 7 when the Islamic Revolution happened, and probably my political consciousness comes from mostly a little bit after that, but still kind of the way my dad was talking to me was from a point of view that predated that. And he was always a really strong believer in the independence of Israel and Israel being able to act independently. If he would have heard Trump saying Netanyahu knows who the boss is, I think he would have been ballistic. And certainly, my father was a believer in having regional allies. So at the time when Iran was still free, he certainly imagined Iran as one of those possible allies. And when Turkey was still Kemalist, he would have thought of Turkey as one of those possible allies. And so I want to say that 100%, if Israel and Ukraine can work with each other independently of Washington, I think that's great.
Glad you agree. So, not abandoning our allies, we're making them stronger.
Next is Jose.
Okay. While you guys were talking, I was looking around on X to see what I can find about the situation going on. I saw a video, a snippet of Netanyahu talking to Zelensky with an interpreter or a bodyguard on each side, and a bunch of people trying to listen in what they were saying, nosy little people, during the funeral. And there was a comment made on that video that both had met with President Trump earlier in the morning. So let's get that out of the way. There has been a meeting with Trump and both Netanyahu and Zelensky. Then the thing that really got me ticked off, from an anti-Trumper, saying, "Oh, see this here, Netanyahu, Hetzef, and Rubio are all laughing at the funeral." And it's like I'm going, people, you don't know how people act at funerals. First of all, sometimes they're just sharing good stories, and that's going to make people laugh. That doesn't mean they're being disrespectful to the dead. Just in case any of you see that and think, oh my God, these are heartless people. No, they're real people. They understand that you celebrate the life of the person, not the fact that he's dead. Okay? Also, I believe, Armin, on you and Monkey's show earlier, you guys mentioned that the Saudis had gone to the Qataris or the Omanians, for the only one reason possible is to get the Iranians to stop the Houthis from attacking them. You know, and that's the alliance that Israel needs to worry about. That is the partner that the United States needs to work getting with Israel and getting signed the Abraham Accord. And eventually, when Iran is standing on its own 2 feet, I said Iran, I did not say the IRGC people, I said Iran. Okay. Maybe they'll be able to do the Cyrus Accords and include Iran in the full of the area. I'm not worried, Samantha, about Israel going to war with Russia. They kind of already are, because they're being attacked by drone parts that are coming from Russia to the IRGC. So, whatever. And I'm not too worried about. If you were seeing what I'm seeing is happening in Russia, you'll understand why yesterday I said that I think Russia might fall before the IRGC falls. There's stuff politically going on that are almost outside of Putin's political sphere of influence. He's lost a lot of his ex KGB cronies that were backing him up. They're dead. They've disappeared. They run in fear of their lives. They're not around. So his support network has reduced drastically in size. I would expect to hear something happening there in Russia before we see anything happen in Iran, like I said. And that can be as soon as a month or 2 months. Okay. As far as the other comments that have been made about the supply, this country can produce a shitload of crap if it goes under a full war footing. We're not under a full war footing right now. We're on Let's get the factories doing this, working double time, triple time, building other factories as well, so that those employees can be split between two factories, train people, and get them working and working and working. It's not getting the entire American economy back like in World War II. That's it.
Unless the chat has frozen again, I think you can go to super chats now.
Okay, we have 18 of them. Holy crap. Thank you guys. Okay, so Arash saying leave these idiots to Savak after IRGC is over. So for people who don't know, Savak was Iran's Mossad and CIA before the Islamic Republic during Pahlavi time. So thank you, Arash. A lot of people, the love of the Iranian people for Savak is I've never seen any people, any nation loving their intelligence agency. Maybe in Israel, actually, I don't know. But like I've never seen so many Iranian, so many people of a nation just adore and love and want back the intelligence agency that they used to have. It's interesting. Thank you, Arash. So this, oh yeah, this is the Jew haters other account saying, sharks in the Persian Gulf are hungry this time of year. Any goyim wants to visit Iran? Okay, not very funny. Are you trying to be funny? Like really? You know, you're the most funniest when you're not trying because you're so stupid, and we could at least laugh at that. Is this another attempt at being funny? Let me see. I love the way Trump opened Graham today. Bro said Lindsay was advocating for a deal before his death. Okay, all right, sure, whatever. And then another one saying, how many protesters got killed by the regime? 6 million or 271,000? Enough to make anybody who supports the Islamic Republic a disgusting, evil motherfucker like you. And then we got Ida with a super chat saying, I'm sorry, people of Iran and their loved ones. My heart is breaking for you. I have no words. Thank you, Ida. I appreciate you. And thank you. And yeah, there are no words. John Diamond with a super chat saying, been watching you, Goldie and Tusi, since December, the beginning. Thank you. Thank you, John. Thank you so much for being with us here all of this time and being up by our side. Tao Fei with a super chat saying, as I said, we don't do obvious SF, SO, Delta, etc. Don't play by news rules. I don't know what this is. IYKYK. So basically saying we can if we can't tell what's happening is on purpose. It's by design. I think that's what TAFE means. It's meant to be confusing. Sorry if I don't know the acronyms. Again, Jew hater saying, Jeff, when are the Goy? Only Jew hater speaks like this. Like this is like nobody speaks like you. You know, we could tell how vile and disgusting you are by the way you speak. Like who speaks like this? When are the Goy remnants going to begin their invasion? We know most Goy despise it, but good Goy like you are wanting to meet Hashem. So, guys, for people who don't know these conspiracy theories, they think these people are so stupid because they think that the Jews control everything. And when they see us non-Jewish people support Israel, they think that our Jewish masters will bring good guys for our Jewish masters, stuff like stuff like that. They live in their own alternative universe. But Jeffrey, do you want to respond to this?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was busy with Jew hater's mom servicing me under my desk. Don't worry, honey. I can do both. You can keep going. No. I mean, you know. Yeah. I mean, for once I agree. We should feed the sharks in the Strait of Hormuz. A toilet.
Exactly. And I missed a couple over here. Eric saying, damn, Armin, just remember if you don't have hats, I don't know what that is. You're not doing anything. Haters. Okay. There was a misspelling there. If you don't have haters, you're not doing anything. So congrats to haters. I look for more every day. Yeah, this is what I say. Somebody once told me that life is like a video game. If you're going in a direction where there are no enemies on your path, you're probably going the wrong way. That's true, Eric. Um, Agent Anderson saying haters steal credit cards, feel bad for CC for the credit card owners. Probably, probably has to do with his mom or something. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Unless he's a paid troll, then the Islamic Republic money is funding our channel. Thank you again for supporting the Zionist channel, by the way. Kevin just gifted one membership. Thank you so much, Kevin. Always supporting us. Black Cricket. We have two crickets in our chat. Amir the cricket, a black cricket, gifting a membership in our chat. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. And then we have this Jew hater again saying, in the words of the Iranian foreign minister, we are waiting for you. You know, I know why you're mentioning the Islamic Republic foreign minister, because most of the other people who spoke like that are now dead with by Zionist missiles. So there are less and less people that you could quote. So yeah, I don't know how long that would last. Ellie gifted one membership. Thank you so much, Ellie. I appreciate the membership gift. Eric saying, I said it on last live. We need to all tweet our congressman to support the Iranian people. Yeah, that was actually a very interesting campaign idea. Thank you, Eric. I will look into it if I find the time. We got 440 jewels from Light Wolf. Thank you so much for that. Mario gave us 250 jewels. Thank you so much for that. And then Ellie with a super chat saying the USA has expeditionary army. It can restock. Okay, that's what I'm hearing. I don't know if it's going to be same quality. I heard they're not as good as the ones that they have, but that's something that Amujev could speak that they had before. I mean, that's something that Amujev could talk to more. Black Cricket with a super chat saying YouTube commercial saved me from one of Jew haters super chats. Okay, thank you. And then Taufe with a super chat saying, if you know, you know. IYKYK. I think like probably Amu Jeff knows and Monkey knows is something that they know. And if you know, you know, right? And then Ezzy with a super chat saying Jew hater is low IQ regime agent. They also have high IQ agents which pretend to be on our side. That's pretty true. I think Jew hater is the type of Jew hater that Nick Fuentes is ashamed of. That's what he is. Exactly. And thank you, Ezzy. Thank you for the super chat. That's you're completely right. There's the high IQ ones are the ones who come and are very effectively act like they're on our side. 100%. Okay, so what's the? Do we have another topic?
Yeah. Jeff wanted to respond. Apparently, you put it to, and I missed it.
Oh, just real quick. So again, when you think about to your point about like, what is it? Increasing organization operational ties between our allies. So Israel under Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, Ukraine under President Zelensky, His Highness Prince Reza Pahlavi and his connection to both of them. So you have Ukraine producing FP1s at like 300 plus a day. 300 plus a day. And I think FP3s are like, they're not, I mean, a little more significant. So it's a little less. So FP1s definitely do the job, range about 1,600 to 2,000 kilometers, 80-pound warhead, 80-kilogram warhead. Yeah. CEP is about 5 meters or less. This is all open stuff. So who's to say that, having all those people meet, to the point you made, you have members of the anti-Mullah Persian and or Iranian diaspora, which, there are certain laws where they can't operate or send things, U.S. stuff. They have other places, though, countries outside of Ukraine that host certain factories. And you just go, instead of going for a walk, maybe I'll do a shift there and crank out a couple more FP1s. And then those FP1s are used by, President Zelensky to take out more Iranian boats. And then Iranian remnants have less and less shit to kill people with. That's something that's very good, dude. You should be very happy about that shit. I promise you. That's all moving in the right direction. Just saying.
My name is Armin Navabi. I'm an Iranian political analyst with decades of experience fighting the Islamic regime inside and outside of Iran. Make sure you follow me for more, and also make sure you join our discussion group. I'm there almost every single day. Come talk to me there and the rest of the people there in our group calls. It's a great place to meet and talk to people who like talking about politics. The link is in the description and or in the bio. You could also get there by scanning the QR code on the screen. See you there.